Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. The Fulani herders in Oyo State have decided to come up with a huge compensation budget for themselves in respect to what happened at the Shasha market crisis. Don't forget that some weeks ago, there was a clash between the Hausas and the Yorubas, which resulted to wanton destruction of properties worth some good money. And right now, the Fulani herders have decided to present their own compensation budget, which is so huge, and I'm wondering if the federal government will be able to meet up with it, because we already know that the current year budget is yet to receive enough finance for it. You know, the government, we're talking about using the unclaimed warrant, dividend warrant of Nigerians, and also making use of some monies that have been left in dormant account for as long as 6 years, that they're going to make use of it. So with the budget these guys have come up with as a compensation plan for themselves, which they have already presented to the president, I don't know how this is going to look like. And they have also extracted something from NSAS also. They've talked about NSAS, what the amount of destruction of their properties during NSAS and what they are expecting from the federal government. The big question is, how about other people? But however, before we go into analysis, let's first of all look at what the details of the news is like. And according to the news, an association of Fulani herders had said it is demanding 495 billion naira in compensation for the property they lost to the Shasha market crisis in Ibadan, Oyo State, and the recent NSAS protests in the country. The herders said they had video and photo evidence of all those who were killed, as well as their property which were destroyed, and had forwarded same to the president. The association stated this on Monday at a press conference, while arguing that the herdsmen had a right to live and do their businesses in any part of the country as guaranteed by the Nigerian Constitution. In a video of the conference, a spokesman for the association said 151 people lost their lives at the Shasha incident, and then during the NSAS protests, we also lost not less than 100 people. Yes, we have requested for 475 billion naira for the loss of lives and property destroyed. We also lost more than 100 trucks. We have the state and villages, pictures and videos. We have the properties that was even damaged. We are not saying what we are saying in vain, because we have all the pictures. We have detailed pictures of people who have been killed. This has been sent to all quarters: the Presidency, the National Assembly, the Inspector General of Police, the Office of the National Security Advisor, and all. We have send them to the United States Embassy, the United Nations, the German Embassy, and the British Parliament. There is no response from all the quarters we have made contact with. If by February 24 nothing has been done, actions will commence. The herdsmen have the right to live and do business in any part of the country. That is what the Constitution says. The Shasha crisis between the Yorubas and the Hausas / Fulani at the market engulfed Oyo State in the second week of February, forcing the state government on February 13 to order the immediate closure of the market in Acti0n local government area of Ibadan. Several persons were reportedly killed as Hausas and Yoruba people clashed at Shasha. 3 days later, the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde and some northern governors visited the market to assess the destruction at the scene of the clash between the Yorubas and Hausa communities. The governors were Kebbi State Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje, Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawale, and Niger State Governor Abubakar Sani. Makinde, who had expressed shock at the level of destruction during a recent visit to the market, said those who suffer losses will be compensated. Governor Bagudu, who lamented the sad incident between the two groups, had however promised that the northern governors would give necessary support to Makinde in restoring normalcy and redeeming the lost properties. Makinde on Tuesday directed that the market should be reopened, saying continued closure will impact negatively on the finances of the people affected by them. This one is a big one, I tell you. Now, first of all, there is a particular paragraph in the statement made by the Fulani herders that is so funny. Would I say funny? But it's really shocking that they have to say this, because if we want to sit back and begin to count the losses that they have brought to the country, I'm not trying to cite anybody, but if you want to look at their own activities, what has happened to the lives of Nigerians as a result of their nefarious action, then they won't come out to be saying all of this. And don't forget that they have promised to commence action, though they were not specific about the action. I'm wondering what kind of action they are going to take, because according to them, they said they have sent the video and the pictures of the destruction to different quarters, starting from the presidency down to, the National Assembly. May mention even as far as German, embassy and all of that. That if nothing is done after 24th, which is tomorrow, if nothing is done about it, that they are going to commence action. The question is, what kind of action are they going to commence? For now, I feel that the statement made by them should attract security alertness. I'm telling you, because if we have the antecedent, we have a precedent, which is that if you don't give them what they want, before you know, they will jump into action and begin to destroy things. 475 billion naira is not something that anybody should even think about, especially now that the president that the country is in dire need of money. And if they have been able to draw up the level of losses that they have incurred during the period of the Sasha incident, and also the period of NSAS protests, then every other geopolitical zone or every other ethnic group should also draw their own immediately and send to the president, because there is no particular ethnic group that is far better than the other. All of us are equal in the eyes of the law. So if they have decided to draw up their own and send, the government cannot compensate them until they also see the losses that other people in the South region, in the Southeast region, in the Southwest region, and other regions, both the northern regions, have suffered during that incident. And I feel also that the Yorubas who were involved in that protest, in that Shasha incident, they need to also come up with what they lost, because for the Fulanis, they didn't fold their hand when the whole thing started. It was something that both parties were fighting each other and all of that. So the issue of compensation right now for me is as well as even though the governor said that they're going to be compensating people, but raising such a huge amount of money, no one will look at you twice. I tell you, because the money is too huge for any state or even the federal government to dash it out to one particular ethnic group. Every other person were affected. If the government have intention of settling the people that were affected during the crisis and during NSAS protests, then it should be done nationally. Everyone needs to enjoy from it. That's just my viewpoint on this issue. What's yours? Just go to our comment section. Let's